Hey. So before we get started with the video, I just want to ask you a question. Whose creator code are you using in the item shop? No one's? Man, well, dude, I have a deal for you, all right? If you just want to go over to the item shop, right? Go right on over to the item shop, press Support-A-Creator down in the bottom right, and then type in my code, myfii. Go ahead and just press accept. That green check mark will pop up, and in the top right, you'll see my creator code, and it'll get you a total of 0% off all of your purchases. But it'll help me out, and I got kids to feed. All right, not really, but for real, if you guys want to use my creator code, you can. It will greatly support me, and I do really appreciate it. My videos have ever helped you guys out, or if you're just trying to help a brother out, you can use my creator code. Like I said, myfii. And that will support me. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the video. All right, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get more wins in Fortnite Season X. I've seen a few people make videos like this, but a lot of the videos I actually watched was them just telling you about how the game works and not actual like strategies or anything like that. And if you're hot garbage like me, getting these wins whenever all these sweats get back on for 2 or 3 days, or like all the sweats that play arena start like queuing into public matches, and you're over here just getting stomped in and you can't get a win, then this is the video for you. I have a few like strategies and everything like that I'm going to be going over. But before we actually get started with the video, I just want to go ahead and say that if you guys are new around here, make sure you do go ahead and subscribe. This is pretty much what I post on the channel. Tips, tricks, news, updates, glitches, leaks, pretty much everything Fortnite related. So if you guys are interested in anything like that, do not hesitate to subscribe. We are on the road to 7K, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on one of my videos. I say this every now and then, but I'm not a, someone that spams your sub box, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't have notifications on for anyone that posts daily because I just don't want my phone blowing up like that. But I post like twice, maybe 3 times weekly, maybe. So you guys don't have to worry about that. And I try to actually make sure I'm talking about interesting stuff, or I'm like uploading like interesting content that you guys would actually want to watch. Not just like random gameplays. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So starting us off, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's the elephant in the room, the mechs. What do we do about the mechs? I know, and I'm looking at you. I know you've placed second to a dude in a mech, all right? My first day for Fortnite Season X, I came second 4 times in a solo match and twice in a duos match because the last dude or the last 2 people were in mechs. I'm gonna be going over kind of how to take care of mechs. They do have some weaknesses. They're way too overpowered. Epic, do you want to know how to balance them? Remove them from the game, all right? But with that out of the way, I'm going to pretty much tell you guys some strategies and everything like that. But the main thing I want to start with is the mech, and then we'll get into the strategies in just a second. So the mech, just to kind of give a little bit of a rundown of it, it is a literal Autobot. Like, they put Optimus Prime in the game, and they were like, I don't know who tested it. Oh, I'm done ranting. But pretty much what I'm saying is that it has a lot of health. It has 1,000 health, and it can be manned by 2 people. So in duos, it's absolutely disgusting. In solos, it's a little bit easier to counter, and I'll get into that in just a second. But first off, it has 1,000 health. With your right trigger, or with your like main fire trigger, you can actually shoot a shotgun. It has 10 shells, I believe. It hits for like 50 to the body, something like dummy ridiculous. It's pretty much, you have a built-in like super powered like drum shotgun. And then with LT, or like with your aim in button, I'm speaking from the perspective of Xbox gang, whatever. But with the aim in button, you can charge up and fire up to 10 missiles depending on how long you hold the trigger down for. And yeah, you can also, as the driver, you can like jump really high and dash around, stomp on people. You can destroy builds, and anything that you destroy, like trees and walls and stuff like that, like not actually player built walls, but anything that you can harvest, you actually will be credited those like materials. So super overpowered. But one of the biggest ways to counter a mech in solo. So if you guys don't know, we're going to start off with Boogie Bombs. Boogie Bombs, if you guys don't know, if you throw a Boogie Bomb at anyone in a vehicle or on a vehicle, it will immediately rip them out of the vehicle and make them start dancing. I've killed a few people, especially in duos. You know, them and their teammate are in a mech. I throw a Boogie Bomb at them. They immediately hop out. Some free, easy kills. That's probably one of the best ways to counter a mech, just throwing a Boogie Bomb at it. So now anytime that I get a Boogie Bomb, I immediately hang on to it. I'll stack upwards of like 5 to 6. And then if I run into a mech, it's not really that big of a problem. You just Boogie Bomb them out, and they're easy, super easy kills. But say you don't have a Boogie Bomb, and say you're in duos. Well, the only way you can really take care of a mech is to kind of keep your distance, because if it was solos, you could do something a little bit different that I'll get into in just a second. But since it's duos and you know you don't have any Boogie Bombs, the best thing I can say is just try to keep your distance, try to avoid it. There really is no counter right now. Technically, you guys could heavy snipe, like double heavy snipe. So say you and your teammate have a sniper. You guys could heavy snipe the guy in the gunner seat, because the gunner is really the biggest problem. It's those rockets that just pretty much just one-shot you. So what you do is that, you know, you just aim in on the dude in the gunner seat. You shoot the first heavy shot, and that will take away his shield. And then the second one immediately after will then actually knock him. It's kind of weird because every now and then, like, I swear the hitboxes are really messed up for the players actually in the mech. Like, the mech itself has a massive hitbox, but the player themselves inside the mech have kind of like really weird skewed hitboxes. And if you don't double snipe him like super quickly, then he just regenerates that shield, and then you have to start all again from scratch. Besides that, just keep your distance if you don't have Boogie Bombs, and just try to attack off some of his health little by little. But now getting into solo, this is a whole lot easier. So if you're playing solo and someone comes up to you in a mech, that means there's one seat that's open. Literally all you do is just run up to him, hop into the mech, and then hold down the self-destruct button, hop out, run away, and then start dancing. Okay, the dancing is optional, but still, that's the easiest way to destroy a mech in a solo match. One of my first wins I actually got was because it was like top 5. Some dude had a mech. I hopped in, I self-destructed, I hopped out right away. It actually killed him and someone else that he was trying to kill. I kind of stuck in there real quick and grabbed his mech, activated self-destruct, and hopped out and ran. But that's pretty much the easiest way to take care of the mechs. Now let's get on to the strategies on how to actually win games in Season X. It is a little bit different. So pretty much how it's going to go is that if you're strictly looking to get a win and you don't really care about kills, maybe you've still yet to get a win this season and you're really just trying to get a win so you can get that new umbrella, just go ahead and get it out of the way and get it done. What you're going to want to do is that you're going to want to land on the outskirts of the map. So pick something like Sunny Steps, Frosty Flights, Snobby Shores, Junk Junction, Happy Hamlet, just a location on the edge of the map. And the reason why you should do this is because normally the players that you're going to have the most problems with are the ones that are going for super high kills. They don't care about the win, and they're going to be landing in populated areas around the center of the map. And not only that, but now more people are going to be landing in Dusty Depot or near the factories or on the meteor, which is also in the center of the map. Like literally right now, if you hop on and land near the edge of the map or the outskirts of the map, you'll notice before the first storm circle even starts coming in that there will be like less than 30 players. So that's a really easy way to kind of get yourself already, you know, like a better chance, or like just better odds to actually win the game. Now, what you're going to do from here is that if anyone lands with you, which I highly doubt they will, just because everyone is so focused on the nostalgia of Dusty Depot and like factories and all that, that I highly doubt anyone will actually land with you if you land in one of the places that I just listed off. But if they do, just take care of them, get it out of the way, and then don't spend the entire time looting up, because beforehand, we could kind of spend the entire time looting up and then, you know, grab a baller or grab a quad or, you know, just take a slipstream and just get to the circle. You can't do that anymore. There is little to no mobility, and that is a good and a bad thing, I feel like. So the bad thing, of course, you actually have to pay attention to Storm. Like, Storm is an actual threat now. I've died more times in the past 4 days to the Storm than I have in the past like 4 seasons. But pretty much, I think that's the bad part, because rotating is hard. Like, you actually have to plan your rotations ahead. But the good thing is that I'm not getting third party as much, and I don't know if this also accounts for you guys, but it feels like that I can actually just simply get into a fight, and then once I'm done with the fight, I actually have time to heal, mat up, loot up and all that stuff, and then kind of like get on to the next fight. I'm not really getting third partied as much, just because, you know, like normally before, if you heard a gunshot, you were gonna whip out all of your mobility and you were just gonna start just jetting at people and just trying to third party. But you really can't do that anymore, just because you don't have those fast modes of transportation. Now, getting on to some things that you should be carrying at all times. Always try to carry launch pads. Always, of course, carry those Boogie Bombs for those mechs. And I would also carry the Shockwave Grenades, or pretty much like the super powered like pulse grenades, the ones that send you really far. Those are good for mobility, retaking high ground, getting out of sticky situations, and they're all around just a really good like mobility item in general. So yeah, those are pretty much like the best like types of like loot you should be keeping in your inventory at all times. You know, launch pads, Boogie Bombs, and then the Shockwave Grenades. Those you always want to keep with you. Now, you know, once you get past that first location that you landed at, then kind of just play the game like normal, because I don't know about you guys, but like I would say 99% of the reason that you die at the beginning of the game is because you're dropping in one of these super populated areas and everyone's going there, so your chance of survival is just kind of diminishing. So like I said, just land on the outskirts, and then also just kind of avoid mechs. Even though I did give you guys ways to counter them, I would still try to avoid them at all costs. They're just not worth the headache to try to deal with. You know, pick them off here and there, take a little bit of the health off here and there. If you see someone else shooting at it, then shoot at it as well, but try to keep yourself concealed and covered, and you should be on your way to getting your first victory royale, or just getting more wins in general right now, because right now the meta is really weird. No one's really trying to learn it, just because everyone just assumes Epic is either going to remove the mechs or nerf them. I think that they could be nerfed and then they may be fine, but hey, I just want them out of the game. But let me know what you guys think about the mechs in the comment section below, and let me know if you guys have any wins yet, and if you do, how many do you have? And yeah, with that out of the way, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.